Sairam, Precise Satcharitra, Chapter 3, Part 4. So in this, there is a paragraph, the second, the third paragraph, and last one, a few lines, about 6 lines were left during our previous session of discussion, deliberation, Chintan Manthan on Shri Sai Satcharitra. So here, Shri Hemadri Panth, Govinda Ranghunath Dhaborkar writes, the devotees may now easily read, hear these stories of Sai Baba, and while doing so, meditate on him, his form, and thus attain devotion to Guru and God, Sai Baba. Get dispassion and self-realization. In the preparation and writing of this work, Satcharitra, it is Sai Baba's grace which has accomplished everything, making use of me as a mere instrument. So this is just about 6 lines, as we always talk about, that the Shri Sai Satcharitra is the compilation of stories of Baba and the experiences of his devotees. It has the meaning of all the Shastras, all the Vedas, all the Upanishads, Aranyakas, Brahmanikas, and everything. And Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavata, and all the Puranas, everything, excerpt of everything is in this small called Shri Sai Satcharitra. Right? We always know that. Now, in this 6 lines, it is very clearly mentioned. Now, how to meditate on Baba? Second, it says what you get out of that. And the third, what was his role in this work called the Shri Sai Satcharitra? Now here, Shri Dhaborkar talks about that hearing the stories of Shri Sainath Maharaj, his life, his experiences of his devotees, in itself is a very meditative process. The more you just listen to it, the more you think about it, the more you contemplate on it, the more you dive deep into those stories. Every time you will start getting a new meaning and a message of it. And these are not sheer stories. You will get the true meanings. Like in his life, whatever has been compiled and stated in Shri Sai Satcharitra is very few. The 65 or 67 odd number of years which, Baba lived in Shirdi, out of which these stories are very few, very selected ones. These miracles, these experiences are very few. But it has been chosen as a guiding light for all of us. So what it says that, how to meditate on Baba? First of all, meditation is something which is advocated. And how to do it? Hearing, contemplating, deciphering, and understanding, getting to the bottom of each story or each teaching or each statement of our master. That in itself is a meditation, part of our Gnana Bhakti Karma, the process in which we walk our spiritual progression in. Second, he says very clearly, it is mentioned what we Saipanthis always talk about. It's about Vairagya. His form, meditate on his form, attain devotion to Guru and God. Here it clearly says Guru is God, God is Guru. No one has seen God, but people have seen Guru. Guru is always considered as, there is no comparison, but as a metaphor, Guru is the one who's greater than God. So, importance of Guru, significance of Guru, and here it is very clearly stated that Baba to us is Guru and he is a God. There is nowhere else to go. There are nowhere else, no other places or no other, gods which you will have to run around for. Just he is an embodiment of all the gods and goddesses, avatars. So that's what Sri Dhabolkar is trying to explain as we dive deep into it. And what he says is you get dispassion and self-realization here. This is very crucial in our part of our jnana. What is the definition of dispassion? Vairagya is what is said. You will get vairagya. And here, what everybody thinks, vairagya is a state of disillusioned. A person is completely disillusioned. Being in a disillusioned state is negative in nature. You have given up. Baba is not talking about that state at all. Here he is talking about the true meaning of vairagya, which is dispassion. He says, you get dispassionate. When does the dispassionate comes to a person? How does a person become dispassionate? A person becomes dispassionate only when he realizes the truth. Only when he realizes the ultimate truth. Once he realizes the true meaning of his life, once a purpose of the life is being defined by self-inquiry, only then you get into a state of being dispassionate. Being disillusioned, half of us or half the world is. That is vairagya of abhava vairagya. What is abhava vairagya? I don't have it. Anyway, I can't get it. So I say I don't want it. Abhava vairagya is experienced when we are deprived of something or when we don't have something and we say that, okay, we don't want it. We are giving up basically. Losers types. So that is abhava vairagya. But the same thing, if you get it, you will grab it. If we get what we have given up, we will grab it. So that defines our hypocrisy. So that vairagya is abhava vairagya. That is a state of disillusion. Second comes prasuti vairagya. There are several types of vairagya. People talk about prasuti vairagya. Prasuti vairagya is post-delivery of a child or during the delivery of the child in the normal delivery, not the C-section or anything. The pain and agony that a lady goes through, she will say, I will never have another intimate moment with my man. That is the kind of pain she goes through, which no one can understand but for the lady who has delivered the child. So that moment she says, no way. That is prasuti vairagya. No way, we keep away. But again, we will have children, they'll have more number of children, so intimacy continues. So that is also a momentary vairagya. In reality, it is not a vairagya. It is just a momentary. The third and the most, intense state of so-called vairagya is the smashana vairagya. Smashana Vairagya is something which hits us when we see any of our close ones passing away, shedding the body. That moment, if they are very close to us, we feel we break down, we pain, the pain is different. And it is more of expression of our attachment to the person in question. It only is like, your emotions are driven by the deeper the attachment, stronger the pain, higher the pain. That is Smashana Vairagya. But generally, when we see somebody passing, we go for anybody's last rites. Then you feel, oh, is this all? This is life. This person was with me. Just last few days ago, we were together happily, spending good time with each other. He's not there. This is all life is. He had so much of wealth. He had so much of, amount of assets, properties, or he was so much in pain or whatever. Once it is gone, everything is gone. Oh, this is life. Forget it. So we get into a state of absolute disillusion. You are completely disillusioned. But that also is momentary. There are 3 days, 9 days, 11 days, or 13 days ceremony. The moment that ceremony is over, we bounce back and jump back to the worldly existence. So that also is a very momentary vairagya. That is not real vairagya. The smashana vairagya. Likewise, there are several levels of vairagya, so-called vairagya, which are not vairagya, which is misconstrued as vairagya, which is like we are stressed in our lives, we are stressed in our relationship, we are stressed in our financial situations, we are stressed in our, nothing is ideal in life. We are stressed in our careers, relationships, strained relationships, this and that, and you feel like, oh, I'm dejected. I want to just get out of it. The same person gets a $10 million lottery, he is back to normal. So these are all hypocritic, circumstantially driven, and emotions and feelings which are not really vairagyas. They are only the unpleasant realities of our lives, which is influenced or which has been consistent and persistent for a long passage of time, due to which this emotion emerges. That is basically giving up the worldly life, being in a state of helplessness. That is not vairagya. Don't be mistaken. Vairagya is understanding. Vairagya is truly dispassionate. Vairagya is the path in which you understand the ultimate truth. Vairagya is being dispassionate, backed by the intellectual reasoning, which I know. I am a Vairagi. If I am a Vairagi, any person, he should be in a state of being a Sthita Prajna. I am a Vairagi. I know that there are only two realities in this existence. One which has occurred, which is birth. Second, which is going to occur, which is death. It is just a matter of time. And then the questions which arises, which tells me, who am I? Where have I come from? Why am I here? What am I supposed to do? Whom do I belong to? Where am I going to go from here? The self-inquiries which are staring at us and going into a state of attaining knowledge and experiencing and getting an answer to these self-inquiries. That is Vairagya. Giving up on the doership, there is nothing which you can do. Between these two occurrences of our lives, rest everything is a play, it's a maya, it's a leela. So let me go towards understanding the truth. That is Vairagya. When I have realized the ultimate truth, when I'm a Brahmajnani, I know what is the truth. I've experienced the truth. I will come and hold some more people and try to take them or make them also experience what I have already experienced. So for which you come back and you help others. Again, without any transactional or financial, without any selfish interest or motives. That is a Vairagi. So what Baba is saying here, whatever we spoke for this, 20 odd minutes, just one word out of it, second paragraph, wherein he says, Shri Dhavolkar, Hemadripan says that the person gets dispassionate. That's all. In one word. Baba's teachings are very cryptic. Baba's ways are very, very cryptic. He just says, well, you get, but he uses the right word, dispassion, not disillusioned state. So he says you get dispassion and then self-realization. Only when you are dispassionate, when you are a Vairagi, who is a Vairagi we have understood? The one who has got the questions about the ultimate truth and who has understood that everything between birth and death is an illusion. I have to go beyond that. Not someone who is defeated in life or temporarily dispassionate about life. So that person is a Vairagi and you will become a Vairagi. While meditating upon Baba, contemplating on his stories. That's what Shri Dhavolkar is saying. And then you will attain the self-realization. Only when you're in a state of a Vairagi, you can attain a self-realization. What is that self-realization? Self-realization. The answers are more often in spirituality and in Shastras or in the question itself. It is not outside. Self-realization. Atma Sakshatkara. Atma, self, Sakshatkara. It's called the Sakshatkara. Brahma Jnana. Brahman Aham is Brahman, and that Brahma's Jnana is the actual realization. Brahma Jnana, self-realization. You are yet to go towards moksha. We are still in self-realization. Realizing thyself who I am. Aham the Brahmasmi. Atma Sakshatkara is what you will attain just by listening to the stories, deciphering and understanding, and contemplating on this. That is what Baba has said in this statement of what you get, dispassion and self-realization. Now, Sri Daborkar states, in the preparation and writing of this work, Satcharitra, it is Sai Baba's grace which has accomplished everything, making use of me as a mere instrument. Three things. Your Guru's grace. That is the only thing which will give you everything that you want, both in worldly life as well as in your spiritual progression. All that you can get or attain is by the grace of your Guru. We, Avadhutas of Saipanth, Punyakriya, please understand the process is so beautifully perfected by our Guru Shri Sainatha. During our karma, the sadhana, yoga sadhana that we do, first we do is we wear the shawl. And before the shawl is given or put on everybody, it is very clearly explained. Hold this. Do not share this with anybody. It is yours. It is the shawl and the shroud of your shroud is the cloth which is put on the corpse upon the demise. This is your shawl and your shroud till the last breath in this physical body. Hold this. Wear this during your dhyana. We all experience because that shawl is nothing but the grace of your Guru. Your Guru's grace. The moment you wear that shawl, half of your thoughts have been put to rest. Immediately you feel very calm and peaceful. I'm sure all of us will agree to that. That is the grace of the Guru. So we respect and we acknowledge the significance and importance of Guru's grace, our Sri Sai Baba's grace on us. Hence, we wear that shawl before we sit for meditation. That is how significant of the grace, Sai Baba's grace, your Guru's grace. Then he says, has accomplished making use of me as a mere instrument. Lord Krishna very clearly says, the best way of devotion is instrumental devotion. There are primarily 4 types of devotions. Expectational devotion. You go to your Guru or God, in this case, Guru and God being the same. That Baba, I want something. It is not wrong. It is good. Let us say we want something in the worldly life, which is very good. Because at least we have realized whom to ask and where to ask. So we go to our Guru and say, Baba, these are the obstacles. This is the realities which are adverse, which I'm facing with, whether it is emotional, financial, circumstantial, or psychological, any kind of issues that we are. Please relieve me, and I want something. Expectational devotion. Even the seeking the spiritual progression is an expectational devotion. Baba, evolve me. Please, evolve me. But more often it is worldly existences, circumstances, which are the expectations of the people. So that is the expectational devotion. When that urge is fulfilled, your first level of devotion is complete. Then comes devotion of gratitude. Baba, I'm thankful. Lord, I'm thankful. Thank you. Thank you. Gratitude. So you start feeling that, Lord, what I have asked for, you have fulfilled. So I express my gratitude. Please. Thank you. Is it a one-time thing? You're always playing between two situations. Your expectations are never ending. And after fulfillment of your expectation, you express your gratitude, which is good, which is natural, which is normal. It is very normal. That is how it is ought to be. So the expectation and gratitude are these things, they are on the play. Then comes the third level of instrumental devotion. Your expectations do not remain merely worldly expectations. You will start going beyond worldly expectations and saying that, Lord, I want to progress. I want to have the Atma Sakshatkara. I want to have the knowledge of the Brahman, Brahma Jnana. I want to have a self-realization. Then Guru fulfills that. When you are fulfilled with that, then you have this gratitude turns as instrumental devotion. Where he says, where you will say that, Lord, thank you. My expectations are eternal. As long as I am in this worldly life, expectations are always there. But I am convinced that whenever I have any new expectation, you will fulfill. If it is good for me. Thank you. I'm eternally thankful. Now my expectation have been fulfilled and it will continue to get fulfilled. And I'm more than convinced about it. And I'm out of the illusions of this worldly life. I have realized the truth. Now let me serve your cause. Because there are fellow souls in this world, stuck in the clutches of Maya, the illusion. Let me go back to them and serve them as your instrument. That is instrumental devotion. The supreme level of devotion is you becoming the extension of the divine and serving the cause of the divine. That is the instrumental devotion. That is exactly what Shri Dhabolkar has expressed or defined himself as. I am a sheer or a mere instrument of Baba. He used me as an instrument, and this work called Shri Sai Satcharitra is in our hands. I am not the doer here. Also, he is giving up the doership. We all have so much of ego that I did this, what nothing. Here, Dhabolkar identifies himself as a mere or sheer instrument. So in these 6 lines of third paragraph, chapter 3, page 13, English version, these are the deciphered explanations of Shri Sai Satcharitra. Sai Ram.